So I get this question from my mom. What is music theory? Remember learning your times tables? Do you remember how all the problems you saw in school were? Sydney and Michael eat apples. Sydney ate 6 apples, and Michael ate twice as many apples as Sydney ate. How many apples did Sydney and Michael eat together? And that was pretty much the peak of mathematical complexity. But then something happens. Algebra. Suddenly, we're no longer doing isolated arithmetics, but we're now combining arithmetics to see something entirely new, and this changes everything. It changes seeing this as a squared, b squared, c squared as 3 distinct problems, but now one complete picture relating the sides of a right triangle. Suddenly, with algebra, it's not random arithmetic, it's an equation of a parabola. Well, music theory does to notes on a page what algebra does to arithmetic, and later, what calculus does to algebra. Many musicians stay in the land of arithmetic. When they look at music, they see lots of individual notes G, B, D, F, E, C, instead of a G7 resolving to a C. Now, that might not sound like a problem to you until you take one more step and actually hear how the two play it. The arithmetic player would play it as it appears, each note as each other's equals. Do, 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 do. The algebra player, the music theory player, will observe from the chords that this is a moment of tension and resolution, and he will crescendo the tension and peak at the resolution. Do, 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 do. The arithmetic player, after a few plays, may arrive at the same style through musical intuition, but he won't know why. The algebra player will know why, and he will know it before even playing a note. As an afterthought, think of language. Anyone who has experienced another culture knows that vocabulary is not 100% of communication. However, the arithmetic player is one that tries to communicate music using only a dictionary, while the algebra player better knows how to apply tone, inflex, and voice, and intent through his study of music theory. Music theory is recognizing that music is a language and not simply vocabulary. It's finding sides of right triangles in places where you see only arithmetic. It's locating chords and scales and keys and patterns so that you can lift yourself out of the notes and communicate music.